It's just unbelievable. There's nothing the media won't repeat, nodding mindlessly. Well, here's another thing CNN Democrats and the rest of Washington agree on. The Ukraine whistleblower is a hero, a brave hero doing a vital service to this country. He's a whistleblower. The funny thing is, and if you live in Washington, you know this, we have whistleblowers here, and they're almost always ignored and mistreated by the people in power. All the cool kids look down on real whistleblowers. It's amazing. Most of them you don't even know exist. You never hear their names. One exception to the rule is John Kiriakou, who is a CIA whistleblower. He blew the whistle on the agency's covert torture programs and was profoundly punished for it. So we thought we'd have him on tonight to assess this new whistleblower. John, thanks so much for coming on.
My pleasure. Thanks.
How do you assess this whistleblower, who everyone loves?
I don't think this is a whistleblower. Not at all. I think this is an anonymous source for the Democratic staff in the House of Representatives.
So that sounds very different from a whistleblower. What is a whistleblower? How is a whistleblower distinct from whoever this person is?
A whistleblower is someone who brings to light any evidence of waste, fraud, abuse, illegality, or threats to the public health or public safety. And they do this almost always with a great personal cost attached to it. Now, this so-called whistleblower at the CIA is someone who is acting anonymously. And remember, this person is not an undercover CIA operative. By all accounts, this is an analyst who is not undercover. Well, you can't hide this person's name, identity, just to save him from embarrassment or trouble of being recognized or something like that. It's just not appropriate. If this is a whistleblower, he needs to come forward in public, testify in open session, and blow that whistle.
What's interesting is that he comes out and makes these allegations, and then the White House immediately releases the transcript.
Right.
So it's kind of end of story. In your case, you made allegations that were true, it turned out.
Yes.
And you still went to prison for saying it out loud.
I did. I went to prison for 23 months. And you know, the same people that attacked me are attacking the president. Robert Mueller set up the John Kiriakou task force at the FBI. John Brennan petitioned Attorney General Holder to charge me with 5 felonies, including 3 counts of espionage, all of which were dismissed. And ironically, it was Peter Strzok who put the cuffs on me in 2012.
Wait a second. So you told the truth about what a federal agency was doing without the knowledge or consent of Congress. So
that's right.
Outside the democratic channels.
Yes.
Right? Undermining democracy, they would say now. And MSNBC and CNN did not come to your defense.
Actually, only Fox came to my defense. You know, that's something you and I have never talked about. But MSNBC,
I didn't even know this.
Yeah, MSNBC never called me a whistleblower. They called me CIA leaker John Kiriakou. And then CNN, after a year, pending trial, going through the whole case, after a year, they decided to call me a whistleblower. It's tough being a whistleblower. You know, political lines are drawn. And that's really where these things usually turn. We're seeing the Democrats trying to do the same thing right now with this CIA officer. They're telling us, they're imposing upon us their notion that this person is a whistleblower, and he simply is not.
I don't think there's any chance this person is going to do almost 2 years in prison.
Not a chance. You know, even his attorney, Mark Zaid, is one of these CIA insiders. He's attached at the hip with the CIA. He's represented dozens of CIA people. He has a CIA security clearance. If you are represented by Mark Zaid and you're claiming to be a whistleblower, you are not.
You're one of the only people I can think of who could give us this perspective on the whistleblower story, and I really am grateful that you came.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, John. Last week, we introduced you to Devon Archer.